Hello guys, how's it going? So slightly weird one for me today. I'm testing this new bad boy out. It's called the Rode Mini. Slightly uncomfortable for me because I'm not very used to this type of style of videos. In fact, I'm not really used to many videos anyway. You know, sometimes you gotta put yourself out your comfort zone. So I've actually just finished my session. Just thought I'd get comfortable speaking, get in front of the camera first, and just see how it goes really. So this is just a test. Not expecting it to be perfect, but you know, just giving it a go. So what am I trying to get out of this? So my goal is to get to the Commonwealth Games 2030, possibly get to the Olympics. It's a bit of a far stretch, both of them are, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do, gotta aim high, aim big or go home, you know. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I've just come out of college, so I thought, why not take 4 years out, train every day. I'm doing my coaching at Dragon Athletic. I'm being coached by Tom Jolly from Club 606 Weightlifting. And yeah, so everything's set in place. I've got a nice support system with my family at home. But yeah, so I can't really complain or ask for anything else apart from a bit of support. So I'm filming now just to keep myself accountable really. These first few weeks are going to be just a tester, trying out a bit of editing and things like that. So when I come back from Florida, it's going to be trying to vlog every day. Might not upload every day, but as long as I can try and get some vlogs and some consistent filming, then that'll be ideal. So yeah, so that's where my head's at. Any tips or tricks or anything that you guys might have, very much appreciated. And yeah, anything you would like to see, drop it in the comment section. Awesome. I think I'm going to do the outro at the start and then I'll just play the video, and then yeah, so if you could like and subscribe, always appreciated. Anyway, enjoy the training. Okay then guys, so today is a snatch focused day. Okay, so we're going to be doing a pause at the knee snatch. We're going to be holding it for 2 seconds when we get to the knee. We're going to be going for 75% of my best snatch for 3 sets of 2. We're then going to be going on to snatch, which can be 85% plus of my best snatch, so I can choose whatever I would like to do, as long as I'm making sure I'm not taking any steps forward, everything's moving well, and it's basically got to be perfect. So I'm going to be going for 5 sets of 1, okay, so just 1 snatch, and they all have to be spot on. My coach Tom has said if any of them are off point, okay, I've got to do them again basically. Okay, so I only get 5 goes. So yeah, then we're going to move on to a snatch grip deadlift, and it's going to be for 5 sets of 3, and we're going to go for a heavy load. Okay, so yeah, nice simple session, heavy but not too bad. Time is 7:45, so it's quite late, but you know, just got to get on with it, you know, got to do what you got to do. Got a goal, got to get on with it. So just finished my mobilization. Just gonna get the knee sleeves on, get the shoes on. I'm gonna start the lifting portion. So let's go. Right then, so lifting gears on. We're gonna start with the bar, just get the groove moving, you know. Top's going to come off very shortly, as always, got to be done. Yeah, let's get going. Right then, that is set one with the bar. Feeling alright, obviously. It's 20 kilos, so should be feeling good. But yeah, so just gonna do another set of the bar, just get moving again. And then we're gonna crack in with some weights. So it's just a pause above knee for 2 seconds. I have the tendency to sort of rock back onto my heels. So rather than doing this, I want to try and make sure I'm squeezing just a bit more here rather than here. So if anyone really cares or watches when I snatch, I'll tend to jump back slightly, and that's just because I lean backwards rather than using my legs. Maybe this can help you, just pausing at the knee, making sure we're nice and balanced, and then we zoom by squeezing the bum, squeezing your legs up, and drive nice and tall. Awesome. Bad, 70 kilos, moving standard. Probably should have gone 50 first, but it's late, so, you know, do what you gotta do. I'm just gonna get my wrist straps on, get a bit of thumb tape, and we've got 90 kilos. Yeah, so it's a slightly faster warm-up than I would have normally done, just because obviously it's quite late, so I don't want to be stuck in the gym till, say, gone 10 p.m. No matter how much of an athlete you are, still want to be in bed, nice and on time. Got to be up tomorrow morning around 7 a.m. Got my CrossFit level 2, so that should be nice and fun. Just to, you know, get a bit more experience. 'Cause currently I'm doing a lot of coaching with CrossFit, because a bit about me, I started off when I was about 8 years old, started CrossFit. It's been part of my life really, for what now, 12 years, yeah, 19, 20 next year, so yeah, about 12 years. And yeah, basically CrossFit changed your life, in more ways than one. Not the best at any one thing, but you're very, very good at a lot of different things. So in my opinion, I think CrossFit is the best way to train, which is why I coach it. I'm definitely going to go back to CrossFit after I've completed my goal, but that won't be for a few years. But yeah, I'd definitely say if anyone just wants to train generally, CrossFit is probably definitely the best way to go. Obviously, it's all opinions, but you know, the world's all about having opinions. So set one, 90 kilos. Let's get it going. Set Walton felt pretty good for 90 kilos, obviously. Obviously, second set in, probably a bit silly, but it's currently 8:03. I don't fancy being here till God 10, so you know, gotta do what you gotta do. So it wasn't too shabby, but it wasn't as high of a standard as the first one. Just think I started on the heels a bit too much. I think I'm going to need to rock slightly more through the balls of the feet. Just because when I got to here, if I was quite on my heels, I felt like I needed to pull back rather than staying a bit more flat foot, driving up tall. So it's all learning. It's week 1 of the program, so I'm not expecting it to be perfect yet, but it's always nice to strive for perfection, you know. But we will get there. We'll get there. Hopefully in a few weeks, we'll be climbing up the top. So let's see how it goes. Last set was definitely a lot better. Focused on driving more through the balls of the feet, just to keep a bit more of a flat foot, and try and stay with the bar a bit longer, you know. I think it's very easy, especially when it gets slightly lighter, you do a bit more technical work, but it's still that bit too heavy, where you're tempted to sort of rock back and use that back, but it's learning. We'll get there. It's not going to be perfect on day 1. It's not going to be perfect on day 2. Hopefully, it'll be perfect on day 4, but it's probably not going to happen. We shall see. So time to move on. Snatch now. So we've got 5 sets of 1, 85%. So 85% for me would be 102 kilos. Quite heavy. I think that would be 225 pounds for the Americans. So probably go straight to that now from 90 kilos. Again, we're just trying to keep the drill the same, staying nice and planted through the mid-foot, staying over the bar, squeezing the bum when you get to above the knee, and driving nice and tall. Lots to think about, but yeah, it's good. So I'm going to start with that now, put on 102, see how it moves. If it's all good, we'll increase. Let's go. Right then, we've got 102 loaded on the bar. So what we're going to do now, I'm not going to speak for the rest of it. Just going to get in the zone. As much as I want to think about the technical views and the standpoints, it's going to get heavy. So it's obviously going to fall off slightly. As long as it stays as consistent as possible, that's what we're looking for ultimately. Just focus on trying as hard as I can. As a great weightlifter once said, think about pulling the bar like you're ripping the head off a goddamn lion. So, it's a good quote. And that's what I'm trying to do. Anyway, so I'm going to start now. Be a bit of like a montage, a bit of music. And yeah, let's get going.
Twilight echoes boom. Sons of war bear hopes flag high. March through fire, never shy. Battle drums pound in our hearts. Charge into fray, leave fear apart. Against odds, rise, claim our field. Wind blows, fierce through silent night. Grip weapons tight, face comments wide. Our destinies stand as one. In endless battle, shine like sun. Warriors of the sacred land, fight last breath across the sand. Battle rages will never yield. March to light, spirit sealed. Chaos world, we carve our name on history's walls through fame's flame. Wind blows, fierce through silent night. Grip weapons tight, face come and fight. Our destinies stand as one. In endless battle, shine like sun. Warriors of the sacred land, fight last breath across the sand.
Oh, so snatches are done. The 108, the first rep, I think I found, it sort of gets in my head a bit. So 108's 90% for me. I think I've hit it as a double once in my life, which was like, I think a week before I hit my first ever 120 kilo snatch. So 108's a bit of like a sticking point in my head. So I think it's a good thing to be doing a bit more of, just so I can get over that overthinking area. Been doing a lot of reading at the moment about the difference between mental toughness and resilience. I found it very insightful, to be fair. So like, it was talking about how resilience is about keeping on bouncing back over and over again from any issues that you may have, whereas mental toughness is not allowing a negative emotion or a negative thought to stop you from achieving something, basically. So for example, miss a 108 snatch, yeah? Drop it, go back in, try again, but I miss it again, yeah? That's resilience, because I keep coming back again and again and again. It can be quite dangerous, because obviously, if you're very resilient, you're not going to give up, can get hurt. But then mental toughness would be, you think about all the positive thoughts, yeah? So like, rather than thinking, going to miss a snatch, or it's really heavy, or thinking about too many technical cues can also be very negative. Instead, thinking about ripping that bar like you're ripping the head off a lion, yeah? Or pulling as high as you can, ripping into the ceiling, throwing the weight up as high as you can, yeah? Even though technically that might not be right, it allows you to try harder. And sometimes that's the reason why people miss a lift. It's not necessarily a technical or a strength issue, but because they're thinking so much that they're not actually thinking about trying as hard as they can. But yeah, so I feel like having that mental toughness with resilience is very important, especially in something like weightlifting, because if you do miss it once, that's fine, completely, like everyone does. Otherwise it would be easy, and you don't want to do something that's easy. But being able to bounce back, get that toughness side of your mentality, and just think a positive thought, think about something that's going to help you achieve it, rather than thinking of negative emotions, and using that to overcome the challenge and be resilient and bounce back and do it, yeah? But that's just something I've been learning and reading up on recently, and it's definitely helping with my lifting. Like I didn't miss any then. Obviously that 108 with my coach's standard didn't count, but like I came back, tried again, just thought, because that first 108 I was like, oh, it's going to be heavy. The second attempt I was just like, just rip it, yeah? Didn't think of anything technical, just thought jump as high as I can. I made it, and then same thing on the 110, but I just thought try harder, and to be honest, kind of smoked it. It was probably the best 110 I think I've ever done. But yeah, overall, great snatch session, much better than last time. hit the same numbers, but the 102 last time I took a few steps forward, so again, in my coach's standards didn't count. The 106 moved better this time. The first 108 I think moved slightly worse than the 108 I did last time, but the second one was bang on, like hit the money on the mark, you know, was awesome. And that 110, 10 times better. There was no loose shoulders, it was just bang up, and I could hear my feet. Good technical cue there. Awesome. Snatch deadlifts now, so I'm going to set those up. I won't probably talk. Time is currently 8:30, so we're doing better on time than I thought. So probably won't talk too much just so I can get on with it. But yeah, so I'll probably talk the rest of this in the car on the way home. So yeah, let's get on with it.